Hello, beautiful friends. Today we're going to do some yummy yin yoga, and we're also going to do somatics. So if your hips are tight and you want to get really deep into the connective tissue around the ITB, the TFL, we're also going to get inside of the inner thighs. So get into the psoas, outer thighs, the glutes. So this region right through here and the quadriceps and all of that connective tissue around there. We're going to do a full body class, and it's going to have all other delicious fusions inside. Full body shaking, some self-massage, myofascial release to really help open up that area and release lots of emotions and tension. You need a couple of blocks. I'm using 1 to 2 blocks. You're welcome to use none at all or modify with other props. Okay, friends, let's start on our hands and knees. Okay, we're going to spread those palms nice and wide and gently take those hips from side to side like you're wagging your tail. Just move nice and slowly. Let's get into the body, breathe the body, feel the body. And then you're going to take your whole body up and around into a circle. So I'm moving to the left all the way around. And then start to connect to the breath. So inhaling, feel the breath where it goes. And exhale. Take your time. You can stretch out that inhale for one whole rotation and then exhale. And let's change directions when you're ready. Moving with me again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, friends. Do a couple more, and when you are ready, just join me center. And take those knees right underneath your hips and stretch all the way back into a child's pose. Reach your arms out forward, drop your forehead into the earth, and just melt here for a moment. Just notice, notice, notice. Give yourself some time to observe as the third person. No judgments, no judgments. Notice where you might be carrying some tension or maybe some spaciousness. Just be aware of it. Okay, friends, let's let out a nice audible sigh. And if you want to, you can go ahead and think about your intention for your practice, okay? Whatever it might be. Maybe it's a mantra. Maybe it's a simple I am statement or something else. Okay, roll yourself up to sit. Okay, so we're going to start. We're going to take both hands forward and we're going to stretch back into a downward facing dog. So lift your hips up and back, stretch up into your downward facing, and pause here. This is a more yang pose, right? And the toes we're going to start in, and then you're going to turn them out. Lift your hips up and back. And then find some internal rotation. Move your hips from side to side. Then come into external rotation. Notice how the lower back feels. Gently shifting your hips from side to side. Softening your facial structure. And then bring your toes forward on the mat. And just take that right leg, bend the knee, and then change. Bend the left leg and straighten the right leg. And do that again. Right leg and left leg. Now we're going to slowly take that right leg forward. And it's going to come slightly to the outside of the mat. You're going to hold here and press to the inside of the leg. Okay, and then come back towards center. So this is a nice variation. You can use some blocks here with your left hand. Okay, so you're going to push into that right hand and then come back towards center. Now, as you push the leg's pushing into the hand. And then come back towards center. Again, inhale. As you exhale, spiral. Inhale back towards center. Inhale, take a breath, take the hips forward, and then twist. Okay, now stay with this. Lift the heart up. Maybe come onto the hands, maybe come onto the forearms. So what this looks like for you, there's so many different options. Stay here, breathe, lift the heart. Can even tuck the toes of the back foot if you want a little more sensation. Get into your hip flexors, maybe a little bit into that ITB and all that connective tissue that's very dense through the outside of the hip. Lift the heart. Really try to just find a place where you can find some stillness. Okay, your heart's not still, your breath isn't still, but your body's shifting into some quiet. Okay, friends, now push into that bottom left leg, okay? And then bring the right leg into your arms and just give it a little rock from side to side, okay? Okay, now from there, you're gonna take that right foot on top of the left leg. So in this variation, you can kind of recline back, you can stay up, you can also sit up on a block, okay? So notice where you're feeling the tension. You can sit up a little bit higher, or you can take that bottom leg a little further forward like this, okay? Just like that. See how I kind of use it like a kickstand? You can come up higher or lower with it. And then we're going to push our hands into the earth, lift the heart up. Okay, well, let's play with this just a little bit, okay, before we find that stillness. We're going to close our eyes, inhale. As you exhale, drop the legs towards the left. Inhale back to center. Again, this might look more like this with the leg lower, okay? Neither is better, neither is worse. It's just different, okay? Really, really important once you grasp that in yoga and in life. That's really key. And neither's better, neither's worse. It's just different. Okay? It's just different. Okay, now continue with dropping it over. Just look to the right. Puff up your chest. Find a little back bend, maybe. And come back towards center. Okay, do a couple more of these and get your spiral a little bit deeper if you'd like to. I recommend playing with that. Okay, inhale. Nice and slow. Exhale. Notice if anything's surfacing here, right? When we get into those slow somatic movements. And that's where the really juicy stuff happens, when you start to feel the body releasing, the spiraling of the fascia, and you feel like a little shake. And you're hydrating the fascia when we move it, and sometimes you might even feel some tears surface, unclogging the body. Okay, again, let's drop them over and add that twist. Good. Again, drop them over. Add that twist. Okay, let's stay for a little bit now, okay? So options, lots of options. You can stay here, wrap your arms, give them a little hug. You can stay here with your hands back. You can even roll onto your backside, friends. If you want to, you can come down here. Okay, so lots of different variations. See what is speaking to you today. Okay, friends, wherever you are, you're going to uncross your legs and somehow end up on your belly, okay? So I'm facing the right short edge of my mat. I'm on my stomach. And I'm going to wiggle my hips from side to side. And then just bend your knees and windshield wipe your legs across the mat. Maybe come on down low. Drop your forehead. Okay, friends, so check this out. We're going to take our hands into the mat and just roll, push into the right foot. And drop your head down or keep it on a block. We're just going over to the other side. Drop onto the right hip and left leg goes back. Come back to center. Go to the right. Come back towards center. Go to the left leg now. Right hip, left leg. Now right leg comes up and over. Nice and slowly come towards center. Left leg comes up and over. Come towards center. And come on up onto your forearms and let's find a Sphinx or a seal. So Sphinx looks like this. Seal is up a little bit higher. Okay, and you decide which one is speaking to you today. And just try to find a little stillness here. Okay, friends, slowly come on back. And again, we're going to sink back into child's pose. Okay. Okay, friends, let's slowly come on up. We're going to take the left leg forward this time. So we're going to start in downward facing. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. Tuck the toes, lift up and back. And just take a moment to step into the right foot and the left foot. And you're going to take your feet forward. Come and hang over your legs. Shake your head out, yes. And shake it out, no. Okay, let's move slowly back into downward facing. Both hands come to the right, left foot comes forward. Again, it's nice to use your blocks here. Okay, we're going to press our hands down into the earth. Left hand comes to the inner thigh, gently press and release. Left hand pushes into that inner thigh, and the inner thigh is gently pushing back. And come back towards center. Now, if you want to, you can take your gaze with this. Okay. And this can be very subtle, or it can be a little bigger. And then we're going to stay, okay, friends? So just find that happy place for you. Push the right hand down into the earth, or maybe take the forearm down if that's suiting you. And then the left hand comes towards the inner thigh. Lift the heart. Pause here. Again, options, maybe tuck the right toes under. Maybe use a block underneath your thigh. So that right thigh, you can use a block to take it up a level. Hands can come on blocks, pillows. Pillows are nice here too. You can come take your forearms onto some pillows, okay? And then just, once you find your pose, just marinate in it and give the body the opportunity to open things up, okay? We're opening the meridians, the fascia, the nadis, unclogging the body. And in doing so, we still the mind, we rejuvenate, replenish. Okay, friends, slowly push your weight back into that right hip. Have a seat. Let's take the left leg into our arms and just give it a little attention and love, rocking it from side to side. Now, this left leg, place it on top of the right leg and take your hands into the earth, playing with the positioning of this, okay? So you can walk your hands back, you can walk your feet forward, and find that spot. Just pause here for a moment. And before we find that stillness, I'm going to drop both legs to the right. Come towards center. Okay, inhale. Nice and slow. Exhale. Notice if anything's surfacing here, right? When we get into those slow somatic movements. Inhale, exhale, drop towards the right. Notice if you feel this in your jaw, okay? Because your jaw and your hips are so closely linked together. I can feel it. Okay, drop it over and then add the twist. Back towards center. And again, drop it over to the right. Look to your left. Sink to the breath. Okay, do a couple more of these and get your spiral a little bit deeper if you'd like to. I recommend playing with that. Drop it down and look. And drop it down. And then give yourself a little hug, okay? Pause here. Again, some variations. Maybe come on back. Maybe here. Now, friends, uncross your legs, right? And take your legs up like you're going to go into happy baby. We're not quite there yet, okay? You're going to take your hands into little fists and gently massage in towards the hips and the quads, okay? You're going to go right above the knees, not quite onto the knees. Come on down. So you're doing this little fist knocking, okay? And then you're coming down onto the hips. Okay, stay on the hips. Breathe. About 10 more. And then go on to your thighs. Moving up towards the knee, not directly on the knee. And then a little higher up. Okay. Hands come to the outside, outer thigh. So good for your fascia. Okay, now just shake. Oh, somatic shaking, full body shaking is just a great way to release lots of toxic energy. So you want to shake it and then let your body kind of intuitively find its way. Okay, just encourage the shake. Encourage it and then let your body sort of take over, okay? And let a nice sigh out. Okay, soften. Okay, friends, happy baby pose. Happy baby, dead bug. Feet go up towards the sky. Now, hold on to your ankle or your leg or your foot and extend the left leg out. And then the right leg. And the left leg. And the right leg. And the left leg. And when you extend the left leg, you're going to roll towards the left. And then extend the right leg and roll towards the right. Come towards center again. Left leg extends, roll over. Come back towards center, right leg extends, roll over. Okay, left leg extends and then roll towards your left. And come back towards center. And right leg extends and roll towards your right. Very much like something you'd see a baby do, right? When they're inside, just navigating, exploring the body, and having fun too. This does feel really yummy. I come back to center. And again, you can do this whole thing with your hands here, you know. Just play with bending one leg, extending the other. And both legs can stay bent, okay? Really important that, again, this is just a different variation, not better, not worse. Great analogy for life. Hold center and just pause. You can also take your hands onto your calves. Okay, friends, let's release the legs down in towards the earth. Flip the palms up towards the sky. Pause. Now press into your right foot and gently roll towards the left. Take a twist over to the right side. Move back towards center. Bend the left leg. Push into the earth and twist towards the right and open towards the left. Okay, friends, let's come back towards center. Pause here in Shavasana. Now just completely relax. Maybe flubber your lips. Let out a sigh. Okay, friends, let's roll over to one side and pause here. And if you have the time to stay on your back in Shavasana a bit longer, please do. Otherwise, come on up. Let's close our practice. So have a seat. Check in with your body. Bring your hands to your heart. Think about that intention. Let's take it with us, okay? Let's take it with us off the mat. Find that, cultivate it. Bring your hands to your third eye. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, 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 beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me today on the mat. It is such a pleasure and an honor for me, and it's a great thing that you're doing for yourself and the world. Namaste.